Yo, what's poppin' YouTube? Y'all know I be vamping and shit, so I just decided, you know what I'm saying, hit y'all with another one while I'm just vamping and shit. So yo, right? We gonna talk about what is a narcissistic injury, right? A narcissistic injury is the same thing as bruising the pride and the ego of a narcissist. You understand? It's when you crush their plans. You understand? When everything they thought in their mind's eye was gonna be the way that they thought it was gonna be, because everything is gonna be the way that they're gonna be. Once you rebuff that, that's called a narcissistic injury. You heard? It's their pride is hurt, their ego is shattered. The imaginary facade that they made up of who they are, you refuse to believe it, you heard? And you refuse to believe it just by denial, you know? Just by not giving in, by not saying yes, by acting like you can be controlled, by acting like a person could lead you like a carrot on a stick in a donkey type situation. When a person realizes they can't do that, especially the narc, bro, you create a narcissistic injury. You bruise them. You make them feel as little as they really are in real life time, you heard? Because they don't understand that everybody has a breaking point. Everybody has limitations. You understand? It's all right when, you know, you doing what you doing and shit, and you got it on the low and you hiding shit and all that, and it's all good and it's lollipop land. You feel me? But when a person find out about that shit and refuse to be a part of that shit, then it's something else. It's like, oh, how dare you? What the fuck is wrong with you? You better take your ass somewhere and sit down, nigga. I'ma keep it a buck with you. You feel me? I don't care about your pride and your ego being bruised. You understand? What you did was crazy. All of those years, nigga, you was running around lying and doing all types of shit. You understand? And they was aiding and abetting all the shit that you doing because that's their persona too. You understand? Did niggas give a fuck how that was gonna affect me? Did niggas give a fuck how that was gonna affect my daughter? Did niggas give a fuck how that was gonna affect the kids? No, you didn't, bro. You didn't. You didn't stop and think not one time, nah, wait, before I do, I shouldn't even be thinking like that. You didn't even have no impulse control, you heard? So my response to giving a fuck about your ego being bruised and all that is I don't give a fuck about it. I could give 2 fucks and 3 fucks more, you heard? Word. You do certain shit, you violate, I'm violating you. Straight up and down. I'm gonna keep it all the way with you. You understand? I don't want you to cause what I'm trying to tell you is like the reason why I created the narcissistic injury with you and totally rebuff your whole shit is because I'm not even gonna play the back end games. Maybe this could be possible or that could be possible. I'm not playing none of that with you, you heard? So if a narcissistic injury gotta be created for me to get the point across to you that I'm not having none of that shit, then that's what I'll do, bro. Now, my hope is that you really get your act together, get your mind together, and try to focus up on the shit that you need to focus on to make it a little more stable in terms of communication. Because I'm not participating in nothing that's not comfortable for me to participate in. Anything that I walk into that's supposed to have feelings of love, and I'll end up walking out that shit like I just got into a fight with 3 people. Bro, check this out, homie. I don't want to be around that at all. I don't care what's involved with it. You understand? So it's a lot of growing up that you're going to need to do if you really going to deal with me. And I told you this when we had that 3-hour conversation, that if you want to deal with me, you got to be straight up all the way solid. None of the funny shit. Because if you on any of that funny shit, we not even rocking at all. And I told you that, bro. I'm not playing. Ain't no amount of time that's going to go by that's going to change how I feel about that and where I place you at. You understand? I'm a stranger to you. You heard? You can't even tell me what my desires are, what my passions are. So what the fuck I give a fuck about a narcissistic injury? Who cares about that, bro? Don't step over here, with the little la la land shit like everybody forgot about everything that happened and it's just all water under the bridge. No, I'm gonna keep you at arm's length, man, with an extra long measuring stick. You understand? So it ain't gonna be no we popping champagne and sitting there reminiscing about nothing, bro. You heard? Nothing. You heard? If it ain't about the kids, don't even call me, bro. I'm gonna keep it 100 with you, bro. Don't even call me, bro. And if you gonna have them call me, let me talk to them. You understand? I don't want to talk to little mini puppet versions of you whispering in their ear and shit like that. I don't got time for that, man. My life is way more simpler than that. You understand? If you still running around with that dumbass mentality, that's the type of mentality that you want to keep to yourself. You understand? Because to be honest with you, the reason why I'm not fucking with you is not only because I said I'm not fucking with you, but because my family told me don't fuck with you. You understand? So I'm not fucking with you at all. You heard? They don't intervene in my business in no shape, form, or fashion. But anytime I got people around me that love me, that I know has loved me since I was a little kid and nurtured me and treated me special and spent time with me to have these personal conversations, anytime they say some shit like that, it's extra noteworthy for me to take caution and really appreciate and digest everything that was said to me. Because to be blunt about the whole situation, what she said to me was just like this. Don't go over there messing with that girl. You ain't got no time to be dealing with no crazy ass heifers running around acting like they ain't got no fucking home training because they don't know what love is. You ain't gonna give me a stroke out here. That's what she said, you heard? So you can forget about it. You heard? Done. Meatloaf. So you could take your narcissistic injury, create a pillow out of that shit, and lay your head on it and go to sleep on that. Because I don't want nothing to do with you in that shape, form, or fashion. You understand? So I know this is a narcissistic injury. You understand? But when I created this channel, I told everybody that I'm living this shit in real life in real time. You understand? So it is what it is. You know what I mean? The proof is in the pudding. This is why I do the material the way that I do the material. The material was split intentionally in the way that it is, to give you a little bit, to be open to a little bit of this and a little bit of that. And then I'll get more deeper into it, part 3s and part 4s. And then you should be, by that time, you should be at the level that you need to be in order for you to digest a lot of the things going on around you, whether it's on a spiritual level or it's dealing with these damn narcissist ass motherfuckers. You heard? Like, it was just nothing else for me to say. I tried to grab a word and there was no other word for me to say that meant more than the term narcissist. You feel me? So I just wanted to share with y'all what it's like when a narcissist get a narcissistic injury. They throw tantrums, they get upset, they stomp their feet, they pout, and all types of shit like a 5-year-old, and just get so disgruntled that they drop their ice cream on the floor. And that's the only ice cream cone in the whole world, even though the stand is just 20 feet behind us, you heard? Because they don't know how to think. No impulse control and all emotional thoughts. They don't know how to filter it. So when it comes to you having to decide whether or not you're going to set boundaries or let somebody continue to play off your intelligence like you was born last night, then you got to set your boundaries and put shit in perspective and try to decide whether or not you want to create a narcissistic injury. Once you put your boundaries down, it's automatically a narcissistic injury. You understand? Because they don't understand the word no. They just can't believe it. You heard? I could give a fuck about your narcissistic injury. I be you. You be me. Red Cloud TV.